Hi there. In this short video, I will try to demonstrate what are the basic and advanced uses of Excel's countif function and what are the different variations under which we can apply this function. The essential use of this function is to compute count based on the specified criteria. And the user can apply this function to compute how many times a particular label or cell value appears in the specified cell ranges. In this visual, you can see that there are multiple columns in the dataset, and we can make use of the countif function to, let's say, compute how many times a particular product type is appearing in this column product. So in its simplest form, we can apply a single criteria in this function, and when there are multiple criteria to be applied, we can change this to countifs, and herein we can apply different criteria on different cell ranges. Let's now take up a few examples to understand what are the different variations that we can use under this function. In total, we will look at 5 different variations and see how and where can we apply this function. In its simplest form, we can apply a single criteria and look for count of labels. For example, in this dataset that we have, we want to compute the number of transactions for each month, and we want to know how many times each of these labels, that is Jan, Feb and March, appear in this column C. So for that, we can apply the countif function, which goes something like this. First we type countif. It gives us two options, and since we want to apply only a single criteria, we choose countif. And first we select the range of cells. So I'll quickly select all these cells, and since it is a named range, I will leave it at that. Second, I want to apply the criteria, which is the label values themselves, and I'll just click over on this particular cell and close it with the round bracket. And that is it. So it gives me the count as 12, and I'll simply drag the formula across the remaining two cells by selecting those cells and hitting Ctrl D. So this gives me the number of transactions for each of these months, and I can also do a quick validation by computing the total of these counts, which is 50. And I can also check in the table whether there are 50 records, and 50 it is. So this is a basic example on countif function, and let's now move on to a more advanced one. Here we want to apply multiple criteria, and in total we will apply 2 criteria here, and for that we will use the countifs function. And similar to the previous example, we will first select the cell ranges. Let me do that first. Then I will apply criteria number 1, which is the cell values for the different months. And since I want to apply the same formula over different cells, I want to freeze the column reference for this cell, and for that I can press F4 3 times, and it will put a $sign for the column reference of this cell. Next, I can apply the second criteria, and I will start with the range for that particular criteria. In this case, it is going to be the product column. I will select all these cells. This is again a named range, so I need not freeze the cells here. And next I can apply the criteria for these cell ranges, which is going to be the labels in this particular row. Let's start with games. And here again, I will freeze the row reference of this particular cell. For that, I will hit F4 2 times, and that is it. So I'll hit enter, and I will select all these cells wherein I want to apply this formula, and I will hit Ctrl R and Ctrl D. Now the total of all these cell values is 50, which is also the row count for this table on the left. So this is how we can apply 2 criteria using the countif function. And to also give you a sense of what all numbers we are computing here, we are looking at the number of transactions for different months under different product categories. Let's now take a look at a slightly advanced example wherein we want to apply a criteria which has a numeric threshold in it. So here, over and above knowing the number of transactions for different months and product categories, we want to apply a third criteria wherein we want to see only those transactions with value greater than $50. Let's see how we can apply that. First, we will take up a variation within this example where we pass the threshold values in the formula itself. And let me start writing the COUNTIF function for that. So since there are multiple criteria which are involved, I will make use of the COUNTIFs variant. And similar to the previous example, I will first select the ranges, then the criteria. I will also freeze the column component of this cell. Then I will apply the second criteria on product, then apply the criteria, also freeze the row reference. Then we will need to apply the third criteria, which is the amount being more than $50. And first we will select the cell ranges. Also, this is again a named range, so I will leave it at that. Next, we need to apply the criteria, and we want to pass this threshold of $50 within the formula itself. And this is how we can do it. So we'll write double quotes and we'll write a greater than sign with 50 in it and put a double quote again and close the bracket. So this gives me a count 1 for this combination of January month and the product as games. And let me drag the formula to the remaining cells by hitting Ctrl R and Ctrl D. So this gives me 30 as the total count. That is, there are 30 records with invoice amount greater than $50. And let's quickly check that by applying a filter on this column invoice amount. So we'll change this to greater than 50. Hit OK. And in total, it gives me 30 records. So our formula here is correct. And in this first variant, we declared the threshold value within the formula. Now at times it might be more convenient to declare this threshold value in a particular cell so that the user can go about changing it as per will. And again, changing a value in a cell is much easier than making a change in the formula. So we'll take up a different variant within this example where we'll pass the threshold value in a particular cell. And I've already done this out here. And let's see how would the COUNTIF formula change in that case. So similar to the previous variant, I will apply COUNTIFs. I will select these cells, also the ranges. Again, select the second range and then the criteria. And we will apply the third criteria. First, we'll select the range, that is the invoice amount. And now we want to refer to this cell. And as a criteria, we will first write the sign greater than in double quotes. And we will also add an ampersand sign. And we will refer to this cell and also freeze both the column as the row component of this cell. So by using this combination of greater than sign along with ampersand, we can refer to a particular cell value and use that value for applying a criteria. Let me hit enter and this gives me 1. And I will now apply this formula on all the selected cells. This again gives me a count of 30 and the numbers in the cells below match to the numbers that we have above, which means that the below formula is working the same way as the above one. Just that it is now convenient for us to change this value from let's say 50 to let's say 30 and the numbers will automatically refresh. So I'll convert this back to 50. As a next variation, let's take a look at how we can apply multiple OR conditions within a single criteria. So in this example, we want to compute the total number of transactions which happened in the month of Jan for products as either games or toys. If we were to write the countif function like the way we have been using it so far, we will end up writing it 2 times. That is, one for the product as games and one for product as toys. Let me quickly first write that. So since there are 2 criteria which are involved, I will pick up the countifs variant. I will first select the first set of cell ranges and also apply its corresponding criteria. Next, I will select the product range, and in this first I will mention the product as games. And to this countif function, I will add another one wherein instead of games, we will have the product as toys. So this gives me 3 as the count for the month of Jan, and we can apply this formula on the below 2 cells as well by selecting these cells and applying Ctrl D. Now we do get the right results, but we have to write the countif function 2 times. And there is a better way to do this, wherein we need to write the countif function just once. And let me show you how. We can make use of the curly braces, and we can mention both these labels in these curly braces. So I'll just add another product name, which is games, and hit enter. I also need to add the equal to sign on the left. And you can see it displays spill. And to correct this, we need to apply a sum function over and above the countif function. And this gives us the number as 3. I will again select the below cells and apply this formula by hitting Ctrl D. Now the curly braces out here convert the countif output to a 1 or 0 flag based on wherever the criteria is met, and to sum up all these 1 occurrences, we need to apply the sum function. So I'll give you a quick view of what's happening inside the sum function, that is the output which is given by the countif function. So I will select that particular portion of the formula and hit F9, and it gives us the 2 values, wherein 2 corresponds to the product as toys and 1 is for game. And we now need to add up these 2 numbers, which is where we use the sum function. So I'll leave it at that. And here we have seen 2 different variants wherein we can apply an OR condition within a single criteria. As a last variation, let's look at how we can use a wildcard character in a particular criteria, and in this example we will look for all those transactions in all these months wherein the product names had the character goods in it. So for this I will make use of the countifs variant, and again first I will select the ranges for month column, then select the criteria, and second I will make a search on this column product, and I will make use of the wildcard character asterisk sign to look for all the labels where the text goods is there. So this gives me a count of 4 for the first month, and I will drag the formula in the below cells. Let's also quickly verify whether we got the right output by applying a quick filter on the column product. And here we can just type the text goods, and it gives us a total of 16, which we also get as the total in these cells out here. So in total we looked at 5 different variations under which we can apply the countif function, and I really hope these examples help you understand how we can apply this function under different scenarios.